Have you noticed that getting up from a chair takes more effort than it used to? Or that your legs feel stiff after just a short walk, even though you're eating well and doing everything right? You're not alone. And you're not imagining it. Many people over 50 start to feel their bodies change in subtle, frustrating ways. We think it's just part of aging, but what if the real problem is something you're doing every single day, without knowing it? Today we're going to talk about 7 fruits that seem healthy but may actually be making your legs weaker, your joints stiffer, and your steps slower. And more importantly, we'll show you what to eat instead, so you can walk with more comfort, move with more confidence, and stay strong longer. If you've ever wondered why your legs don't feel the way they used to, this video is for you. Comment below if this sounds familiar. And if you want more clear, honest health tips for your stage of life, be sure to like and subscribe. You deserve to know the truth about your body. Why legs weaken silently after. As we get older, changes in our legs often catch us off guard. It doesn't happen all at once. It begins slowly, almost quietly. You may notice you're walking less steadily. Your knees feel stiff in the morning. Or it takes longer to climb stairs that used to feel easy. Most people assume this is just what aging feels like. But there's more to it. After age 50, the body starts to shift in ways we don't always see. Blood flow becomes less efficient, especially to the legs. That means muscles receive less oxygen, less fuel, less support. At the same time, joint cartilage wears down. It becomes thinner and more fragile. That leads to inflammation. The kind you can feel as soreness, but also the kind that lingers deep, without clear warning. You may not feel it every day, but when you do, it shows up as tightness, swelling, or even a burning sensation in your feet and knees. And then there's muscle loss. It doesn't take years to notice. In fact, it can begin in your 50s. Slowly. Quietly. Every year, a little more strength fades, especially if we're not eating in a way that supports healthy muscle and blood flow. We also move less. Not because we want to, but because small pains make us hesitant. Movement becomes effort. That hesitation causes more weakness, and the cycle begins. Sometimes we think we're doing everything right. We eat fruits, drink juice, and try to stay active. But what if some of those choices are part of the problem? What if something as simple as the fruit on your plate is making your legs feel heavier and your joints stiffer? That's the part we're rarely told. Because nutrition advice often doesn't change with age. But your body does. And the foods that once helped you stay strong may now be holding you back. Understanding why your legs feel the way they do isn't about blame. It's about clarity. And once you know what's behind it, you can start changing how you feel. One step, one meal, one choice at a time. 7 fruits that might be hurting your legs. Pineapple is one of those fruits that feels like it should be good for you. It's fresh, it's tropical, and it's often praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits. Many people enjoy it thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. And years ago, that may have been true. But as your body changes, so does the way it reacts to certain foods. And pineapple might be doing more harm than good. The first issue is sugar. Pineapple is packed with natural sugars that can spike your blood sugar quickly. If you're over 50, your body processes sugar differently than it used to. Your insulin response may be slower. That means sugar lingers longer in your system, putting more pressure on your circulation. Your legs feel that first. Poor circulation leads to heaviness, swelling, and fatigue, especially in the lower body. Then there's the acid. Pineapple contains a high amount of natural acid, which can irritate joints that are already inflamed. If you've ever felt a dull ache in your knees, or a stiffness after eating something acidic, it's not your imagination. For aging joints, that acid becomes a hidden trigger. It doesn't show up right away, but over time it builds. You might notice it when you stand up after sitting, or when your feet feel sore even after resting. Another problem is the enzyme bromelain, found in pineapple. While it can be helpful in some cases, it may interfere with certain medications like blood thinners or anti-inflammatories. That makes things more complicated, especially if you're managing more than one health issue. The tricky part is that pineapple doesn't cause an immediate reaction. You don't eat it, and suddenly feel pain. It works slowly. Subtly. And that makes it easy to miss. You keep eating it because it tastes good, because it seems healthy, and because no one warned you otherwise. But now you know. If you've been dealing with unexplained leg discomfort or stiffness, and pineapple is a regular part of your routine, it may be time to take a closer look. You're not giving it up forever. You're simply listening to your body. And that awareness alone can lead to less pain, more strength, and better days ahead. Bananas are often seen as the perfect fruit. They're soft, easy to digest, and full of potassium. For many people, they're a go-to snack, especially in the morning or before a walk. But as helpful as they might seem, bananas can cause real issues for people over 50, especially when it comes to circulation, inflammation, and leg strength. The main concern is how quickly bananas turn into sugar once they're in your body. They contain a lot of natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates. For someone in their 20s, that might provide a quick energy boost. But for aging bodies, it leads to a different story. Your blood sugar spikes. Insulin floods your system. And when this happens too often, your body becomes inflamed. You might not connect the dots at first, but if your legs feel heavy after meals or your knees ache more than they used to, sugar may be playing a role. And bananas, despite their gentle taste, can add more sugar than your body needs. There's also the issue of fluid retention. Bananas can cause the body to hold on to water, especially if you have heart concerns. That extra fluid can settle in the ankles, knees, and feet, leading to stiffness and swelling. You wake up feeling bloated. You walk and your shoes feel tighter. Your joints move slower than they should. The difficult part is that bananas are associated with strength. We've been told they prevent cramps and support muscles, but that story doesn't always apply after 50. Your metabolism has changed. Your muscles respond differently, and what helped once may now be quietly draining your energy. This doesn't mean bananas are off limits forever. It just means it's worth paying attention. If you eat them daily and your legs feel sore, tired, or tense, try cutting back and see how you feel. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just learning what works for your body now. And that's a powerful step forward. Grapes are small, sweet, and easy to love. They're often praised for being heart-healthy and full of antioxidants. But for older adults, especially those dealing with leg pain or joint issues, grapes can quietly trigger problems that few people talk about. The challenge with grapes is their high content of fructose. That's a natural fruit sugar. But when consumed in larger amounts, it can overwhelm the liver. Instead of processing it smoothly, the liver converts excess fructose into fat and uric acid, and this is where the trouble begins. Uric acid tends to settle in the joints, especially in the lower body. If you've ever felt a sudden ache in your big toe, a burning sensation in your ankle, or unusual stiffness in your knees, it might not be random. These could be early signs that inflammation is building up. And if grapes are a regular part of your diet, they might be quietly adding to the load. Another issue is how easy grapes are to overeat. They're small, refreshing, and often eaten by the handful. A few turn into a bowl without much thought. But that bowl can contain more sugar than your body can comfortably handle, especially after 50. As blood sugar rises and inflammation increases, circulation suffers. You might feel it as heavy legs after a walk, or a strange pressure in your calves that lingers even after resting. These small signals are easy to ignore at first, but over time they add up. None of this means grapes are dangerous for everyone. But your body now may be more sensitive to how foods affect inflammation. And when it comes to preserving strength and balance, even the smallest choices can matter. If you've noticed more discomfort in your legs or joints and grapes are a daily snack, it might be worth stepping back. Try reducing your intake. Pay attention to how your body responds. You deserve to move with ease. And that starts by understanding what's really behind the pain. Watermelon feels like the safest fruit on the plate. It's light, refreshing, and made mostly of water. On a hot day, it feels like the perfect way to stay hydrated. But for older adults, especially those struggling with leg pain or circulation issues, watermelon can carry a hidden risk. The danger lies in how fast it turns to sugar in your body. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index. That means it causes your blood sugar to rise quickly after eating. When you're younger, your body can manage that spike. But after 50, your insulin response slows down. That sugar stays in your bloodstream longer, and the effects ripple through your entire system. For your legs, that means poor circulation. Less oxygen reaches the muscles. Inflammation creeps into joints. You may not notice it right away, but over time your legs feel tired faster. You take shorter steps. You hesitate before standing. It becomes harder to move like you used to. The sugar in watermelon also creates a cycle of false energy. You feel light and refreshed for a moment, but then comes the crash. Your body feels heavy. Your knees ache. Your ankles swell. And because watermelon is mostly water, you don't feel like you've eaten too much. That makes it easy to go back for more. For someone already managing diabetes or blood pressure issues, those frequent sugar spikes add even more stress. What started as a harmless treat becomes something that's quietly working against you. This doesn't mean watermelon has to disappear from your life. But it does mean you need to be more aware. How much are you eating? How often? And what does your body feel like afterward? If you notice leg fatigue, stiffness, or swelling after meals that include watermelon, consider dialing it back. Try smaller portions. Pair it with protein or fiber. Or take a break for a few weeks and see what changes. Your legs carry more than just your weight. They carry your freedom. And paying attention to how food affects them is one way to keep that freedom strong. Oranges have always been seen as a symbol of health. They're bright, fresh, and loaded with vitamin C. You'll find them in juices, breakfast tables, and wellness routines all over the world. But if you're over 50 and dealing with joint pain or morning stiffness, oranges might be working against you in ways you haven't noticed. The issue is their acidity. Citrus fruits like oranges contain a high amount of natural acid, and while that might not matter much in your younger years, it can cause problems as your body ages. That acid doesn't just affect your stomach. It moves through your system and can irritate tissues already under stress. If your joints are inflamed even slightly, the acid in oranges can make that worse. You may feel it as a lingering ache in your knees when you wake up, or a tightness in your hips after sitting too long. It could be that strange stiffness that shows up out of nowhere and fades just as unpredictably. These are signs that your body is reacting to something it no longer tolerates as easily. Oranges also contain sugar, and that sugar, when combined with acidity, can raise inflammation throughout the body. For those already managing blood sugar or circulation issues, that's a double strain. Your legs are often the first place to feel the effects. You may notice swelling, heaviness, or soreness after what seemed like a healthy meal. This doesn't mean oranges are bad. It just means your body may have changed, and what used to energize you might now be holding you back. If orange juice is part of your daily habit, try skipping it for a while. Switch to lower acid options. See how your body responds. You deserve to feel clear, strong, and supported by what you eat. And that starts with noticing, listening, and giving your body the care it truly needs at this stage of life. Because when you pay attention, your body responds, and that response can change everything. Green apples are often seen as the smart choice. They're crisp, less sweet, and feel lighter than red apples. For many people trying to eat healthy, they feel like a safe bet. But for those over 50 dealing with joint pain or leg fatigue, green apples might be quietly adding to the problem. The biggest concern is the malic acid. That's what gives green apples their tart taste. While it can be helpful in small amounts for aging bodies, it can cause irritation. As we get older, our digestive systems become more sensitive. The gut lining thins, and acid that once passed through easily can now trigger discomfort, not just in the stomach but in the joints. You might feel it as soreness in the hips, a dull ache in the thighs, or a strange burning sensation in your knees or feet. These symptoms are easy to dismiss at first, but when they show up regularly, and especially after meals, they're worth a second look. Green apples also contain natural sugar, even if they taste sour. That sugar still impacts your blood sugar levels. If your metabolism has slowed, which is common after 50, your body may take longer to process it. That means more inflammation and more stress on your legs. One detail many people miss is when they eat apples. A lot of older adults snack on them before bed. It feels healthy and light, but combining acidity and sugar late at night can interfere with rest and recovery. Your body doesn't get the chance to repair inflammation or support your joints properly. This doesn't mean green apples are bad, but it does mean they might not be the right fit for your body right now. If you're eating them regularly and dealing with unexplained joint pain or leg fatigue, try removing them for a week or two. Notice how your body responds. You're not giving up healthy food. You're learning what's healthy for you now. And that kind of awareness is what keeps your body strong, your steps steady, and your quality of life high. Mango is one of the most beloved fruits. It's juicy, rich, and tastes like a natural dessert. For many people, especially in summer, it feels like a treat they don't have to feel guilty about. But for older adults, mango might be doing more harm than it seems. The reason lies in the sugar. Mango is packed with natural sugar, and while it may feel light, your body treats it like a heavy load. After 50, your metabolism slows down. That means your body takes longer to process sugar. Instead of giving you lasting energy, it creates spikes and crashes that leave you tired, inflamed, and sore. What's worse is how sugar affects your joints. When blood sugar rises too often, your body triggers an inflammatory response. That inflammation settles in your most vulnerable areas. For many people, that means the knees, ankles, and hips. If you feel a burning sensation in your feet, or a dull ache that lingers after movement, your sugar intake might be part of the story. Mango is also easy to overeat. It's soft, it goes down fast, and because it feels refreshing, it's easy to forget how much sugar you've just had. A few bites can turn into a full serving before you even notice. That sugar adds up, and the body keeps score, especially when it's already dealing with wear and tear. If you've been eating mango regularly and dealing with leg fatigue, swelling, or restless nights, try stepping back. Remove it for a couple of weeks. See how your body responds. This isn't about losing a fruit you love. It's about choosing what truly supports your health today. Your strength matters. Your steps matter. And the fruit that worked for you at 30 might not serve you the same way now. Learning to adapt is not weakness, it's wisdom. And wisdom is what protects your body as you age. One small shift at a time. What you should eat instead. Now that we've looked at what might be working against your legs, let's focus on what can support them. Because the good news is, you don't have to give up fruit. You just have to choose the ones that match your body's needs today. The right fruits can reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and help your joints feel more supported and less strained. Start with berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are small, but they're packed with antioxidants. They help your body fight inflammation and support better circulation. Unlike fruits that spike your blood sugar, berries keep things steady. That means fewer crashes, less swelling, and more comfort in your legs after movement. Cherries are another great option, especially for joint health. They contain compounds that lower uric acid levels, which can reduce pain and stiffness in the feet and knees. Just a small handful a few times a week can bring relief without overwhelming your system. Avocados are technically a fruit, and they're one of the most powerful for aging joints. They're rich in healthy fats that help cushion joints and reduce inflammation. Avocados also help balance blood sugar, which is key for maintaining steady energy throughout the day. If you feel like your legs get tired too quickly, adding avocado to your meals could make a real difference. Papaya is another gentle choice. It's soft, easy to digest, and contains enzymes that support gut health. And when your digestion is calm, your whole body benefits. Inflammation drops. Recovery improves. Your joints feel lighter and less reactive. Don't overlook pears. They offer natural sweetness without a heavy sugar load. Paired with a bit of protein, like nuts or yogurt, they provide a slow, steady source of energy. That helps keep you moving without adding stress to your joints or your blood sugar. Each of these fruits supports your body instead of draining it. They help you wake up feeling lighter, walk with more ease, and live with more confidence in your steps. You've already taken the most important step by paying attention. Now let your choices reflect that care. Your legs carry you through life, and they deserve foods that carry them back, not with restriction, but with awareness, intention, and kindness. That's how strength is rebuilt, one choice at a time. Now you know the truth about the fruits that may be quietly affecting your legs. It's not about cutting out everything you love. It's about knowing what works for your body today, not what worked 10 or 20 years ago. Small changes can bring real relief. They can help you move better, rest easier, and wake up feeling more in control of your body again. Your legs carry more than your weight. They carry your independence, and they deserve care, not confusion. Let your food be part of that care. If you've noticed any of the signs we talked about, leave a comment and share your experience. You're not alone. And your story could help someone else feel seen. If this video helped you understand your body in a new way, click like and subscribe. That way you'll never miss guidance that's made for you, not the younger version of you. Because you're still strong. And it's not too late to feel better. One step, one meal, one decision at a time.